Good morning. Welcome to the sound. Today, Matthew plays with his microphone. So today I got a great lineup for you, and I've got a great show with two special guests. Unfortunately, Miss Sarah is a little bit too busy to be here today, but I have Miss Jennifer and Miss Eve. So Jennifer is a saxophone player and a flute player. Jennifer is a music teacher and has been doing some really cool stuff. What are you up to these days, Jen?
Hi, thanks, Matthew. I love your microphone, by the way.
Thank you. It's a Shure
Uh,
SM58 Beta.
yeah, it sounds awesome. I've just been posting some, songs, and I'm actually working on the Simpsons saxophone quartet. So that's going to take a while, but yeah, that'll be fun. I'm doing that actually for one of my students because he's playing it on piano, and I love the song too. So thank you for having me. It's awesome. It's really fun being here. So.
Yeah. And also we have Evelyn Holland. Evelyn is the singer-songwriter and the leader of the band Keys of Solomon. How you doing today, Eve?
I just got back from the dentist. I had a filling fall out a couple days ago randomly while I was going down the highway, and I'm like, "What the? What's that? Oh yeah,
I hate
holy
that.
that's big."
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just they had to numb me up. I think they had to shoot me up with anesthetic like 5 different times
Ugh.
today. That was fun.
Oh my gosh. We both had dentist appointments today. I was saying, like, I went for the first time since COVID happened, so over a year and a half, and I said to her, I probably have like 5 cavities or something. Turns out I have 0, but she's like, no, you look pretty good. I was like, cool. Wow, I was shocked. So I
Yeah,
guess it's a dentist day today, right?
yeah, I guess so.
In this one, I would say the lesson for me, if you listen to the way it was so quiet that I couldn't turn it up anymore. That was as loud as it went. And it shows you how far mastering has come. And that's
Yep.
not necessarily a good thing. That's
I
not
would agree.
necessarily a good
Yeah.
thing. Because
I was gonna say I got a bit on that. I don't know if you guys like paid much attention to rock music in the early 2000s, but there was this loudness war going on
Yeah.
with mastering where they would just master it to the point of distortion. And yeah, there's a lot of albums that just don't sound good because of it during that time. There's a few that do sound good, but yeah. It was like actually Rush, the first master of their album Vapor Trails. It's so loud, and then when they remastered it, you're like, holy shit, there's actually like layers there.
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
And
Like,
if you listen to some of the newer versions of Suddenly Seymour, like Lee and Broadway, you don't hear that kind of take on it, because it's got the the newer equipment and everything. And
Well, hold on. The downside of it, there's an upside and a downside. Okay, we gotta be fair. The downside of it is that I couldn't turn it up anymore, and so at the beginning of the song, when it was pianissimo, and the singing was not belting, it was very light and conversational. I found it very difficult to hear
Right.
both of them. When we were at the beginning of the song and it was pianissimo, it was supposed to be quiet. It was supposed to be quiet. It's pianissimo. That's how it's written. But the problem is, then they got to the fortissimo at the end, where the whole company is singing, background singers, both lead singers, the orchestra, the piano, everything's going. You've got timpani and cymbals crashing, and then, like, you're up in the red, right? And so with the old mastering, there was this giant gap of, like, let's say 20 decibels. I'm just making this up, right? And then over time, that gap between the highest, loudest note of the waveform and the lowest quietest point in the waveform has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I like to master with about -12. I really like to have, because in my DAW, there's greens up to -12, and then yellows up to 0, and then red at 0. What I always thought sounded the best is a minimum of -9, but I'd like to go for -12, where that whole yellow's bumping,
Yeah.
you know? And then that way, when I'm quiet, you can feel it, but it's not too quiet. And then when I'm loud, you can feel it, but it's not distorted. That's what I try. It's sort of a middle path. It's not all this, volume wars mastering, but at the same time, it's it's not super ancient sounding either, where it's hard to hear the quiet stuff. That's my take on it.
Right. he was saying he was talking decibels and stuff.
Decibel
I got up a little earlier than usual, so my brain's like, oh yeah, we're off in this field right now. While people are talking, it's my fucking ADHD.
We should make a band. We should make a band, and it'll be a cross between Broadway and metal, and we'll be the Decibelters.
Speaking of waking up, look what I got here. Rick Moranis.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We should react to that song someday. That'd be fun.
Okay. I'm just going to take a second and give a shout out. Give a shout out to Evelyn Holland. Everybody, make sure you subscribe to Evelyn's page. Eva's doing awesome. She's growing really fast, and she's going to be having some new content coming for you all. So make sure you go there. There's going to be exclusive content to her page. So make sure you go and subscribe to find that. And Jennifer's music page also is doing some exclusive content to her page.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, you're going to have to go over there and subscribe. Okay. And
Thank you.
let's go over when you get a chance. Check out my Patreon. I'm doing bonus videos weekly. I'm doing little previews on YouTube, but to find the full video, you're going to have to go to Patreon. Now, you get a video every single week for $1 a month minimum. I mean, come on. That's really negligible. So you get a whole video every week for $0.25. And this is a special video that's being handpicked, curated for patrons, because there's something really valuable in it for you. And so make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you go to my website where you can get those music lessons from me, MatthewsMusicLessonsStudio.com. You wanted me to stop earlier, didn't you? You're like, shut up. Come on, Matt, stop. Why are you doing that awful sustained vibrato? Come on, stop.
It's not awful.
I'm just making jokes, guys.
I know.
And I'll see you guys next time on The Sound.